everybody. Now this is a very important extension of this short section that I had made on never bring any tantrics home. Now you had loaded us with so many questions on the Gmail that Guru Didi, we want you to talk about more things about this topic in detail. So here I am. See, yes, of course, continuing from that section that yes, you should never bring any tantric home. I would like to say that it has a lot of dangerous aspects involved. Few of the aspects, one of the aspects, in fact, not few, I would say, are the same that I mentioned, that, when you do not know how to fight with the unknown, when you do not know what is the unknown, forget fighting with it, that what exactly is that unknown, which is being carried inside or is being tagged inside with that person. Once that person is coming and entering your house, what energy he is commanding. I'm not talking about his or her individual energy. I'm talking about the energy that he's actually commanding around himself, the negative energies which are there with that person. Because see, understand one thing, this is the Kali Yuga times. I am not saying all tantrics are bad, but then in this era, how would you find out? If someone asked me this question, that how would I find out whether this is a genuine tantric, that you should consult this person? I also don't have a stable or a categorically correct answer, because this is a very tricky situation. You have to, I can tell you that, okay, fine, go ahead on online, search people, see their work, see the kind of ad they're putting, or see even if they're not putting any kind of ads, like for example, we are not putting any kind of ads. So all that is relevant, and what is the kind of services that these people are providing. I mean, if they're talking about doing Vashikaran, they're talking about get your love back, this is all nonsense, this is all crap. I always tell you, don't fall for these gimmicks, okay? So these are the few things, few guidelines that you can actually capture, and you can know the drill and finalize as to which person you should be going towards in the spiritual aspect, in the Tantra field, okay? But this does not mean that these are the only 2 or 3 things that you will analyze the person with. Sometimes people are very good at pretending things as well, okay? But then of course a person cannot pretend from last 10 years. A person can't pretend from last 15 years or 20 years, okay? With the kind of biodata or the kind of work profile that person would have. So consider that also. So there are good tantrics as well. There are good black magic removal specialists as well. But when you talk about black magic specialist, it consists of both the categories. The person who is ready to remove the black magic and the person who is ready to do black magic on you as well. Now this is a dangerous aspect. So when I say tantric, I simply mean a person who is ready to put any sort of black magic also. If that is also mentioned in the service section on the website, it simply means that this person is not just talking about removing black magic. This person is also talking about doing any kind of negative energy process as well. Now this is very alarming, okay? Second of all, even if sometimes it's mentioned on the website that we are into healing processes only and we are not into any sort of black magic processes to be activated, even then I have seen many cases, and especially I'm talking about women out here. You need to be very, very alert, extremely alert of the male spiritual healers or the male tantrics who will exploit you physically, who will exploit you mentally as well for their physical desires. Remember this. I have also written a book. I have written these 6 books in which I have mentioned the true stories of how women are exploited by the male tantrics. Again, it's a disclaimer. I am not talking about every male tantric is bad, but these days we come across cases when tantrics come towards your house. You invite them for curing something, even if you're with your husbands, even if you're with your whole family. They have the tendency to even exploit women if she, God forbid, is a victim for whom he is being called. Okay, even if it's a female tantric for that matter. I am not saying that female tantrics are completely whitewashed. No, I have also come across cases in which female tantrics have building that confidence, and they have entered houses and they have literally put some negative energies, some entities in your house to monitor you. See, now start counting the categories of things that can happen with you in a negative form when it comes to why any tantric should not enter your house. So they can put some entity who will just monitor you, that what exactly you're doing, you know, what are you talking, what exactly are your timings, so many things. It's something like you have kept your detective, you've hired a detective to tell all the information. Okay, so they have these kind of entities, they have these kind of processes which they activate the moment they enter your houses. Because, you know, people who have this mindset of targeting you as a client, through which or through whom they can actually bring out many other energies, many other links to the different processes that they are doing for their other clients, are rigorously looking for such people who whose body energies can be shared, whose energy aspect can be used to be taken care of in some other cases, some other victims. So if you have a good health, if this person enters your house, or even if this person, forget entering the house, I'm also talking about going and meeting them for that matter so frequently. So your energy, your health can be actually transferred. The good elements of your health, the luck, your even luck can be stolen. You know, it's a saying that nobody can actually steal your luck. Of course, not in real terms when it comes to no supernatural aspect. When it comes to your black magic, when it comes to your evil, negative energy processes, your certain benefits can also be shared with another person. Okay, and you will not even get to know. So you see, there are a lot of things, it's very difficult to summarize all of this in one video or on YouTube. And I would not even reveal a lot of things on YouTube. I am revealing those things which are under the permission aspects of our gurus, permission aspects of our shastras, so that I can safeguard you people also from going through any mishap. So, but there are a lot of things that we can't even mention here. Okay, you need to remember this. So in any of the ways calling tantrics in your house, I've given you plenty of reasons. In fact, if not plenty, then at least the major ones through which, like I said, things can be transferred. They can see your house, they can actually plant any entity or any sort of negative energy, through which they can even use you for their different cases, for the different vibrations, your frequencies, your health, your finances. There's so much. It's a complete subject in itself. Paranormal sciences. You need to understand this. Okay? So just don't judge anyone or this particular area or this dimension on superstitious things which are happening around you. No, go with the logic, go with the fact that study this first. And study does not mean YouTube, for heaven's sake, because YouTube these days is full of lot of people who are just giving informations and filtering informations without thinking what they're saying, just because to get some views, just to make sure their channel comes up. They don't have the complete knowledge. We're talking about knowledge from the gurus. We're talking about knowledge from the books, the relevant books. Those should not be translated versions. Those ones should be our Vedas, our Shastras, okay? Remember this. So I hope I've given you enough information on why you should not be bringing any tantric home, whether it's a male or a female, okay? So soon I will see you with another topic. Till then, goodbye and Jai Ma Kali, Jai Krishna Kali Ma, Jai Ma Kamakhya.